We are live. We are live. We are live on Wade's Ventures YouTube channel. What's going on, guys? Let me know if you want like a different opening or something. I can do a little guitar solo or something. You guys just let me know. Let me know, guys. Yesterday we did 83 interviews, and so far since I've started this YouTube channel, it's always the same opening. So, guys, let me know if you want me to change it up. But welcome into Wade's Ventures YouTube channel, guys. We have a very spectacular guest tonight, and a really amazing guest. She does Poshmark. She's bought a house or already bought or looking for a house. We'll clarify there. I completely forgot. And she is an amazing reseller, guys. We'll get through with that real quick. Let's say hello to some people in chat. We have Tracy. What is going on, Tracy? Barbara, what's going on? The Flippin', what's going on? You gave a good tip on Chris's live show, so I appreciate that. Rusted Raccoon. When it starts, I'll be in a poker tournament. Didn't bring headphones. That's like rule number one when you go to a poker tournament, is to bring headphones. You look way more cool. You look like you know what you're doing, and you don't show your poker face, right? We got Renzi in the house, guys. Portland, Maine, where the lobsters live. I think really cool, amazing shoe sellers, guys. Get them on Instagram. Thrifty Santa's in the house. Thrifty Dad, we'll get him on the channel. Oh, man. Okay, so Better Barbie's in here, by the way. An amazing name. I love your name. All right, guys, let's get into this. Let me have our guest introduce herself, because we've got a jam-packed hour, and I want you guys to get all the nuggets, all the information. And let's get started with introducing Erin. Go ahead.
Hi, guys. I'm Erin Hall, also known as Oscillady or Oscillady, or really however you want to say it. I don't care. You can find me on Poshmark, on the Instagrams, and yeah, those are, and on YouTube, I guess, sometimes when I feel like showing you what I buy.
Oh, I was muted the whole. This is starting out crazy cool. All right, guys, hold on. We lost her. I muted myself. I'm unmuted now. Give me 1 second. Let me get her back here. She's amazing. Let's see. Try that link again. Should we just call her, guys? Let's call her right now and see. This is the first. This is the first time. She may be trying to get back on.
I don't know where you went.
Oh, you're on speaker, by the way. I got you. Everybody can hear you. And so,
hello, everyone.
Hello.
I don't know where you went. My screen just went error.
Okay, just exit out of that web browser and then open another web browser, and then just do that link again. That's all, and it will join you right back.
Fun. All right. Well, I'll see you guys in a minute.
All right. Hey, we gotta make, like, we're shaking this video up, so don't even worry. This is gonna go. This is gonna go viral.
Awesome. I can't wait.
But I had to call you on speakerphone and let everybody know that you're coming back. So yeah, just open another web browser.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess I'll come back.
You better. You're amazing.
Like a cool show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
All right. Let me get it on.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Oh man, do you guys not get entertainment from this show? Like, seriously, guys, do you guys love this show or what? I did get some love for her already in chat. Erin is amazing, guys. She has sold over 4,500 items on Poshmark. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be cool. I'm excited. And not only that, but she has like a really cool Instagram, guys. Let me show you her Instagram while I'm waiting for her. So this is her Instagram. She's got 21,000 amazing people following her journey. and all about Poshmark. So pretty intense stuff, guys. If you're not following her on Instagram. Oh, and by the way, I will put her link for her YouTube channel. So guys, subscribe real quick. Let me know what number you are. That way I can go ahead and give you a good shout out as well. So, okay, perfect. I think she's back. I think she is back.
I really wish that I could have done a quick outfit change, but a quick change there just wasn't enough time for. But now I have a hat.
Welcome.
So
I feel like this is a new interview now.
see, it's a whole new girl. Whole new girl.
All right, Erin. I know
I do like the hat though.
You look fabulous with the hat. I wish I had something as cool.
You have a hat on. Camo is the floral for men.
Yes, and maybe I'll switch it up like halfway through, just so we can switch things up. But it honestly, there's no better entrance for you because, like I was telling them before, the second time, you have an amazing Instagram. You have such a cool personality, and I can't wait for them to discover you. So
Awesome.
give us the backstory of Erin. Give us like how you got started. She is so beautiful. Somebody said that.
All right. I will give you the backstory. So once upon a time, I had like a big dream, but I was a waitress. I was always a waitress. I've either been a waitress or a restaurant. My son says restaurant, and now it's rubbing off on me, or a restaurant manager. So, but my big dream was always that I wanted to own a vintage clothing store. So I'm from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, very seasonal. And I had a management job at a restaurant where come wintertime, basically I got laid off and they sent us all, and this is super common where I live, they would send us all to collect unemployment for the wintertime. And I was like, you know what, this stinks. Like I was bored all winter. I was poor all winter. I was like, I got to put together a plan. So I put together this plan, and from the time that I was like let go, I think was like after Thanksgiving-ish. And by like end of January, I opened my vintage clothing store. But as it turns out, I'm not a great business owner. Because when you have a retail store, you have to go there every day and be there every day. And you have to pay that rent on top of your own rent. And you have to buy merchandise, and you have to staff the place, and you have to sometimes make the things, source the things, do all the accounting. So very quickly, my friends started calling it the museum because no one was ever there. I did meet my now husband because of it though. So that was one shiny gem that came from it. But I quickly realized that like living the dream of what I thought was my dream didn't necessarily mean that I was good at it. And that I think was more valuable than any lesson that I could have learned otherwise. I found that I obviously love clothes. I love to sell people clothes. I'm good at the social media side of it. I'm not good at showing up on time. My one friend tells a funny story. One time we had a friend in town from California for lunch. And so I shut the store down for lunch and I was always put a note on the door saying that I was leaving and that I'd be back. And we came back and I had sidewalk chalk on the sidewalk out front of the store for kids. And someone had written like in giant letters across the like front of my sidewalk, like, where the hell are you? It is noon on a Tuesday. And I like burst into tears. I was like, and I'm not a crier. Like crying's not something that normally happens, but I was like, this is it. I can't have this kind of job. So now I need to figure out what kind of job I need to have. So I kind of stumbled from that. I did social media marketing for a real estate office, which I was great at. And then I kind of got bored with that. And I'm bad at sitting. I'm not a desk sitter. I don't like to sit all day. I get really bored. So I was like, I got to get out of this office from behind this desk. Like it was terrible. And right behind our house that we currently live in, not for very much longer, is the Salvation Army warehouse, or was. They've since moved it. But I was online, and I've obviously always been a thrifter. That's where I used to buy my vintage clothes, was from the thrift store. So I've always been on their site and looking at their stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to go and apply. And it was for a sorter position, which is basically when all the donations come into the warehouse, you would sort them into what's good, what's not good, what's stained, that kind of thing. And then you would hang them. And within like 3 months, they realized that I was not like a random lot lizard who like needed like a part-time job like in a warehouse. And they promoted me to manager of one of their stores. And I was like, this is kind of that's a big promotion. And they were like, yeah, but you're good at it. So I managed 2 Salvation Armies in my time with them. And then I got bored with that. And I was like, people would donate the most incredible things that I literally had to stop myself from stealing things. Like I was like, you cannot steal this. You have to call one of your friends to come in and buy it. And then you have to give them money later. Like so many cool donations would come in. And that's kind of the time that I found Poshmark and started selling on it. I think the first item I sold is a pair of Chanel shoes. Either my husband came in and bought them, like I sold them to my husband from Salvation Army, or one of my friends came in and bought them. And that was the first thing that I was like, somebody has to own these, and it can't be these people that shop here. And that kind of got my ball rolling on Poshmark, and I've kind of been heavily addicted since.
So I have that whole statement. I have so many questions, and
Yeah,
we're gonna dive into this. So first off, let's start with the husband. Let's start with the hubby. So you said you met him through the brick and mortar. Was he buying vintage women's clothing by chance?
yeah, for sure. Which is also weird to say out loud. So my husband's a costume designer by trade. He's a costume design professor for the university here. And he also does that, like he's made costumes for Britney Spears. He's done big Broadway shows. He's done operas. He's super talented. But I used to do pop-up shops with my vintage store. So basically I would go to beer festivals because it meant that I could work at a beer festival instead of working in my little store all day. So he says that he met me at a beer festival. I don't remember that. But then I was dating someone at the time. And I guess Eric is my husband's name. We're Erin and Eric. That's weird too. I guess he showed up to my store one day, but I was not there. I'd left a sign once again that I wasn't there. And he left his card in the door, and it was basically just asking me out for dinner and drinks. But since I was seeing someone, I tweeted a picture of the card because it was like the 3rd professor who had asked me out that summer. Cause I was like, this is really strange. Like, why does this keep happening? And so I like took a picture and tweeted the card cause I thought I was being like cute. And then I got rid of it. But then like a year later, I found myself like summertime single again, where you're like, oh, it's summertime and I'm single. Well, let me get out the old Rolodex and go through this list of, convenient characters that maybe already like me. And so I found him on there, on my list, and I emailed him because I didn't have that card with his number anymore, but I like remembered the tweet. And now we're married. So good on him or good on me, I don't know.
If this thing's gone viral. Erin, I told you this thing is going viral. That is an amazing story.
It's a wild story, yeah.
Guys.
But yes, he also shops for, obviously he shops for all kinds of clothes because he thrifts costumes, he builds costumes. In his business, they call him building, not making. So he loves to thrift too, he loves to shop in general, which is kind of amazing for me, that I'm so lucky to have him who enjoys doing the same kind of thing that I do, but for different reasons. So we don't like compete in any way. He finds stuff, I find stuff. We're both like, we work together in it.
I think that's really cool. And not only that, but it sounds like he knows his stuff, right? So
oh yeah,
you may pick stuff that you had no idea. Can We always do like polls in my chat. I like to keep the chat, like engaged in this. And that's the first time, maybe I'm like getting old, but that's the first time I heard about summertime single. So guys, I'm really curious. Type 1 in chat, all 65 of you guys, if you guys are summertime single right now.
It's the end of summer, so it should be like you should have somebody by now. Like you should have nicked that. Like, actually, what's today's date?
Today is
our first date. No, this is the time I grabbed him. Our first date anniversary is on Monday. So
wow.
Today's the day that you should be trying to find someone to clear up the end of the summer.
Yes, get on Twitter, guys. Get on Twitter. Hickory one. Come on, guys. I know there's more summertime singles in chat right now.
Nobody's got to be single. You got to work it out for yourself.
We did have a few really cool. So everybody's loving the cow behind you. What's the story on the cow?
I love taxidermy. You don't hear that statement a lot from people these days. But I love taxidermy, and this is like the most user-friendly taxidermy-ish thing I could find for here. I actually think it's I don't know what it is. I think it's a ram, maybe. I don't know. It's got the horns.
I think it's really cool. I actually have something similar. And funny thing is I posted a Instagram post of kind of like stuff that I sold today, because I sold stuff to one individual on eBay, and I actually had.
I hope it wasn't me, because I bought a taxidermy goat head on eBay today.
A goat head?
Yes.
Wow.
And the guy's description was hilarious. First of all, the guy's username on eBay, or whatever you call him on eBay, was Daddy Boy 24. And he said that the goat head is Brock. It's got a Brock ear, and he ain't shipping it to nobody that ain't gonna pay for it right away. And so I paid for it right away so I can have my goat head.
Are you gonna put it next to the other one?
No. So we're buying a new house. We close hopefully on the 4th, and I have a deer head and this other thing. I don't know what she's called. She's real pretty though. She's like a skinny Australian deer or something. So I got the goat head to go in the center of them. Kind of break it up a bit.
That is really cool. I've got this.
Oh, I have one of those too.
Yes, this is the old photo that I used to do for men's clothing.
Yeah, I love it.
But then they were like, we want pure white, and that went down the drain. But all right, guys, so let's get into this. Hit the like button right down here. I want more people to discover this amazing person. Not only is she cool, but she's buying a house. I mean, come on. Is this your first house that you bought, by the way?
No. Wait, yes. My husband's buying the house. I'm not buying the house. It's just the house one.
So it is your first house, technically your first house.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yes, I've always previously rented before moving it. My husband owns the house we live in currently, but it's very much a bachelor pad of 780 square feet, and I am ready to be gone out of there.
Yes.
But I do work. So my office where I am right now is at my mom's house, and she just lives like 3 blocks away. So I just come over here to work.
That's not.
I'm in her bonus room.
Now, in the new house, are you designated? Do you already, when you picked up the new house, do you already have your Poshmark room by chance?
Oh yeah. The new house has 2 masters, an up and a down, and I'm taking the upstairs master to make it into my closet.
That's
my Poshmark closet room. So I'm super excited about it.
Now, I think that a lot of people are excited about Poshmark, and I think part of the reason is it's super easy to list. Like the shipping is super easy to understand, and
yeah, it is.
Poshmark's getting popular now, right? So, give me a couple things that you're doing to prepare for fourth quarter, and then I've got a slew of other awesome questions to ask you. But I know you're buying the house, but what are you doing to prepare yourself for fourth quarter?
I think around this time every year, I always have a dip. August is always slower for me. And I'm one of those people that I'm like, oh, it's really slow. And then I go back and look at last year and I'm like, no, it's not. It's normal for me right now. So I just amp up my listings right now. And really, that's what I'm doing. A lot of my other systems stay very much the same. I've obviously had the same background that I do my flat lays on. You know, that kind of stuff doesn't change much for me. But I'm definitely sourcing a little bit more, and I'm trying to list a lot more. I dipped down. I had a big mystery box sale last month, and basically because I redid my inventory, I went from categorized boxes and I moved into having a letter and a number system for each of my items. So the items that were previously not inventoried, I did a huge sale and got rid of a ton of that stuff. And I got rid of, I think, around 300, 400 items. So right now I'm really building back up my Poshmark closet to hopefully back around the 1,000 available range.
So mom asked you, when you're, because you are full time, right? I mean, you're not doing this part time. So how many listings are you doing per day typically on Poshmark?
See, I'm weird about the full-time thing. I don't consider myself I don't have another job, but I don't work full-time hours. I get over here to my mom's around like noon. I pick up my kid at like between 2 and 3:30 when he gets out of school. Now it's 3:30 now that he's in middle school. And then like I work a few more hours and then I go home, and sometimes I take stuff home to list, sometimes I don't. But I don't consider myself, I'm not working 40 hours a week on Poshmark. I do make more than I made in my previous full-time job though. So monetarily it feels like full-time, when really maybe I work 30, maybe 25, 30 hours a week. My goal lately is 25 new listings a day, which to me is very doable. Obviously, I take all of my pictures at once. I put everything in an IKEA bag. I put all of my, like my stickers, my poly bags, my tape, it all goes in there. If I need to take it home, it's just in that one IKEA bag with my measuring tape, and I can watch Netflix and list at the same time. I can wait for dinner to cook and list at the same time. It just makes it really easy. But 25 a day is where my goal is currently, and that's only like 4 or 5 days a week.
How do you get, on eBay, we have Markdown Manager. Like, that's a good question. I don't know how do you have to, I think Poshmark, you have to mark down each individual item for a sell, right?
You do.
Okay. I wonder if they're ever going to change that.
I think that'll be a question that comes up during Posh Fest. I think a lot of the other sellers that I know have a lot of good hardball questions to ask them this go around. Posh Fest is fun because, they have the panels, but they also kind of have their IT techie guys kind of sit over to the side during the different panels. So you can kind of go over there and ask them some key information without having to go through someone bigger. And you can get some ideas from them as well. But I definitely think that general ways to operate your closet as a whole is something a lot of Poshmark sellers are interested. The way I currently do my listings is on my iPad, which is my best way to share and view. It'll tell me at the bottom, once you bring up your closet, it'll say at the bottom, updated on. And you can see that without even clicking onto the listing on your iPad. And it'll say updated on, and that'll be the last day that you edited your listing. So what I like to do is 2 weeks after an item's been listed, I will go in and I will do a price drop on it. Not an offers to liker, but a price drop. And I'll just drop it 10%. And then if it doesn't sell, 2 weeks after that, I'll do an offer to likers on it. 10% with the $199 or $149 or whatever it is discount. And I mark them down on I have a day calendar right here. You can't see it, but it's here, okay? I mark down when I do those, because typically, obviously, not everything gets hit. So if it doesn't have 5 likes, I don't mark it down. If I'm doing it tonight and it got listed 12 days ago instead of 14 days ago, it's not getting marked down. It's going to wait until the next cycle. So I kind of just plan in my head and write it out. Okay, today I did price drops. And that's how it works for me.
Can you explain, like, I think that there's needs to be clarification, at least for me too. Like when I'm on Poshmark, Now, some people say you don't need like when it comes to the titles of your listings on Poshmark, like you put the name of the item. Do you personally put like the size and the gender? Because a lot of people ask that because
No gender.
because it wastes space because you have drop downs for that, right? Can you give us like a title, like an example of a title that you would do?
Okay, so first off, I'm going to tell you that you're never wasting any space on any description or any title ever. Ever. There's no such thing as wasted space. But here's the weird part about Poshmark that I think, this may not be a true statement, but it is my own statement. Drop-down menus on Poshmark are not searchable unless they are pre-filtered in your buyer's search. So if your buyer has their search set to my size under women's, and if your item you're selling happens to be their size, then it shows up. But if someone's searching, I don't know, Vans camo hat, then you had better written out Vans in the title. And I go ahead and put the same, I repeat my title in my listing. So your title better have Vans. Your description should have Vans too, so they can just reread it when they get in there. But Poshmark is not going to pull that info unless it's selected on their search drop-down menus. So for me, a title looks like the brand name, a style, a descriptor. If I have room, I'll put a size in there. I do it more on pants. And because when I search for an item, like I'm not putting in a J. Crew shirt large. I don't search that way. You know, that doesn't occur to me to do that. That's more of an eBay thing to me because I do search that way on eBay. And then I put my inventory number in my title because it's easier for me to see when I'm shipping. I think that's something that we can have Poshmark change super soon, that will be information that's available on our shipping label. I think it's a very short amount of time before we see that as an option.
So I think that's huge. Now tell me a little bit about your description. I know this seems basic, but even like me.
No, it's fine.
So like I go into Poshmark closets, I creep on some people, you know, just to see.
Yeah.
And I see like flashy like rainbows and all kinds of stuff down there.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff do you put in your description? You repeat the title and then
I repeat my title. If I have pulled, a lot of times I research my items as I'm listing. So if I have a pair of pants in front of me, I will go ahead and Google the pair of pants that I'm looking at and look for keywords that maker, that brand uses to describe their pants. So if they're high-waisted, if they're tapered, the style of the pants, the color of the pants, it all needs to go in that description. So for me, it's a repeat of the title. I say out the size. I describe the fabric content. I say if it's stretchy. Like you can put that a pair of jeans are 99% cotton and 2% spandex, and someone will ask you if they have stretch because their brains don't look at the spandex and think, yeah, these jeans are stretchy. So I put stretchy, 99% cotton, 2% spandex. After that, I'll put a description of the jeans. These jeans are slim fit and they are a light wash. And then I do my measurements. Poshers are very split on measurements. Some big time poshers, you will go into their closets and there won't be a single measurement. And other times you will get every measurement in the book. I do basic measurements. For pants, I'm a waistband, a rise, an inseam, sometimes a leg opening, but very rarely. And then my old standby is no trades, offers welcome, because that's like the bane of the Poshmark existence, is someone going trade.
So what people do really offer trades? I mean, how would that wouldn't work? I guess they buy your item, you'd buy theirs.
They do it.
Oh.
I think it's an older Poshmark thing where people, they mark down their item to $3 and they willy-nilly trade it with someone in hopes that they get something back. I don't know. It's too risky for me.
It's too
risky. I'm not trading. And oftentimes you go and they're like, trade, and you're like, yeah, I would love a size extra small Victoria's Secret pink bikini that you wore 7 summers ago. Thank you so much. I can't wait to get that. Like, that's all they have. And you're like, no. No.
All right, so we got the title, we got the description. Explain to me how you're sharing. It's different for everybody. How are you're
How am I sharing?
watching Netflix? You're watching Netflix, right?
Yep.
Um,
I hired my sister to share for me.
so she
She does. So my sister just graduated from college, and she's back home saving her money to make her big move to Chicago. We're very proud of her. I pay her $50 a week. She does 5 full closet shares, and she also comes over on Mondays and takes pictures. So
that is a good deal.
So she's sharing 5 days a week. Obviously, she's my sister, so she is fine with all my login information. You know, she's great. I trust her fully, obviously. And then I try to share once a day as well, a full closet share once a day. I will say that self-shares on Poshmark are the best thing that you can do for yourself. It's huge. Self-sharing is huge. Obviously, it's great to share other people's closet, but sharing other people's closets doesn't make you money. Sharing your own closet makes you money, because every time you share your closet, you're pushing yourself up in the Poshmark SEO, if you will. And
guys, I want to ask this. We're getting the audience involved again. Guys, put your closet names in the chat over here. And last time when we had Boss Lady Resell on here, I did go and add some of you guys. I may have missed some. So guys, put your Poshmark closets in chat. Put your YouTube channels in chat. You can put anything you want in chat. Now, real quick, Erin, what's your Poshmark name so they can add you?
My Poshmark name is Oscillady. It's OSCILATEY. Same as my Instagram.
Now, guys, also, if you're watching this after the fact, let's say you've never done Poshmark, never created an account. I did put her Poshmark code in the description. Yeah. So tell me, like, what is that code? I actually didn't use that.
Code, you can enter it in when you download the app, and you will get $5 to shop. $5 towards your first purchase, which is pretty awesome. I also get $5 too when you do that. So I love $5.
And she's getting married, so you're gonna want.
Who's getting married? I'm already married.
You're already married, but I mean you're getting a new house. That's what.
Yeah.
And I
would love to buy more dead animals to put on the wall with your $5. Although wait, no, it comes in Posh credit, so I'll just keep buying clothes. It's no big deal.
Yeah. Yes. Posh credit, guys. That's what that is.
Posh credit.
Okay, so what about these parties? I want to kind of explain that. Like I've been told at night they're really good to share within the party. Like, can you explain the parties? And then also, can you make a full-time living on Poshmark? Like, what's...
Heck yeah, you can. You totally can. If you are dedicated enough to source... Okay, so here's the whole, like, Poshmark secret sauce. Source good stuff. Source the party brand. So every party, there's, 4 a day now. Go through that app and write down all those brands under the parties. Make those the brands that you source. List those items. You could list them for 25% more the current going rate on Poshmark, so you have room to mark them down when you'd like to mark them down. List them regularly. Share your closet 3 times a day, and ship every single day. Last Posh Fest, I remember someone went up to Manish, who's the CEO, and asked him what the #1 thing you could do to make more sales on Poshmark was, and his answer was to ship fast. I was mind blown. I was like, what? So that leads me to believe that there is an algorithm out there that is tweaking our closets towards fast shippers being better off somehow. But Posh parties are 4 times a day. They're hosted by the app, sometimes hosted in the evening. There are users who host them and choose host picks. But I'm going to be like the rogue person to tell you that that's not important. Posh parties are not important. if you are new to Poshmark, I want you just to not even think about Posh parties. I do want you to think about the fact of when they happen. So they happen at what? I'm on Eastern time. So for me, they happen at noon, at what? 3, at 7, and at 10, 9 or 10? 10. So someone's FaceTiming me. So for me, they happen, 4 times a day. But the times they happens to be when the most people are on the app.
Oh, I think there we go. We got you. Okay, good.
Did you hear me or no?
Yeah, I did, but I think we lost your audio accidentally. Or your video. Sorry, your video. We lost your video.
I don't know where it went. I'm right here.
Did you, that's weird. Let me just try something
You
here.
turned off my camera. It said, why would you do that to me?
No, I turned it off, turn it back on. Now try again. I think
there's a ghost in here. Hold on. I think you've put a ghost in my mom's house. Maybe my mom's a ghost. I don't know where you went.
Wait.
What's wrong with this? Your hangouts are stupid, and I'm leaving.
No, you're giving too much.
I'm just gonna keep talking.
We love.
I don't know what happened.
We love you. We love you. Okay, can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. You turned off my camera, not the opposite.
Your camera's on. I promise. Okay.
I don't know where I went.
Let me see. Okay. I think
I was fine.
Okay, wait. So you can see me, but guys, can you see her by chance?
Can you see me?
No. Okay, try.
What is wrong?
Try read. Okay, redo the link again, but stay on.
What is this link? This link is like the broken link.
They love you in chat, but they're saying they can't see you.
You don't need to see me.
Come on.
I'm calling back.
Okay, Erin.
What?
Try the.
I'm joining. I'm rejoining.
Okay, rejoin.
I'm already on. Take me there.
Okay, are you on right now?
I don't know what I'm doing. It says I'm here.
Okay. Oh wait. Okay. Let me kick you off and then you come back on. Okay.
See, this is what you do to me.
Okay, I'm gonna eject you right now. But you better come back. I need you. Seriously. That was some nuggets, guys. Are you listening? Poshmark nuggets. Poshmark nuggets. But unlike Frenchie, she's not in chat. We don't have actual nuggets, like real nuggets. If you guys watched the last interview we did, she was eating real nuggets, like legit real nuggets. So that was hilarious. But anyway, I don't even know what to say now. Like, it was just, she is somebody that you can talk to for hours. This one, Erin, she's hilarious. Hilarious. Drinking more water, not soda. Okay. Grab another beer, Tracy. Yes. This is a break time. You guys have been taking these gummies, vitamins. 3 a day. 3 a day. And have you guys seen me with glasses? See, I'm filling this up with nonsense. What do you guys think? You guys like them? She is real people. Yes, she is. Real people. Man, I can actually see a lot better now. You guys don't like them? Do I look smarter or not smarter? Sexy? Thank you, Tracy. Thank you. Okay. 1 second, okay? I'm going to call her again. Just to see the progress, right? Myrtle Beach. She's going to think I'm a stalker calling her twice. Okay.
You keep calling me.
You're on speakerphone again. What is going? Are you
I tried to click on it and you blocked me.
are you coming back?
I'm trying to. It says that you blocked me.
Heck no, I didn't block you. What do you mean? What's it mean?
Oh, I know what's happening. I know what's happening.
Okay, so it's on your end then.
Yeah, I know. I
Oh,
have to switch accounts.
oh.
Sometimes when you have personalities, you also have multiple email accounts.
So you have how many email accounts do you have?
Too many.
Okay,
How many do you have?
I think we're on. We'll continue with the Poshmark stuff. Okay.
Glasses.
They told me I need. Oh, are they fogging up? Man, that's how amazing this interview is. Look, see.
It's so hot in here.
Okay.
Okay, back to Poshmark.
Yes. Back to making money, guys. Okay. We have 80 people watching, guys. If you're watching, if you like this, please hit the up or down right here below the video here, guys. Let's get this out to the amazing YouTube world. And also, I'm putting her YouTube link constantly through live chat. Subscribe. Let me know what number you are, because at the end, I'm going to ask her about her YouTube channel. So, okay, so where do we leave off, Erin?
We were talking about Posh parties, and I was saying it's important just to keep in mind the times that Posh parties start. If that's the only information you learn, that is perfectly fine because it's all you need to know. How the Posh parties like, basically, there's some hosts. Some of them are Posh Closet people who host them. All of them are hosted at least by one Poshmark employee. But basically what you want to do is you want to get on and share your closets during those Posh parties, because that's the time of day that the most users are on the app actively doing whatever they're doing, whether they're shopping, whether they're sharing, that's when they're on there. The nighttime party is the best one. That's when the most active users are on the app. I'm not just like pulling this out of my booty. They actually shared this information with us at PoshFest. They give us like the whole little chart of when people are active. But basically you want to share during those parties. And what you want to do is you want to share the applicable items to the party. So it's easy during the night party, which starts at 10 p.m. if you're me, 7 p.m. if you're you, because you can share pretty much anything that's Posh compliant to those parties. During the daytime ones, it's a little bit different because they're category specific. So if it's a menswear party, only men's stuff can get shared. If it's a brand specific party, say now they have like curated stuff. So it's like a boho or a preppy. And the easiest thing to do with those are to ENL your closet. Edit, next, list. And this is easiest done. It's not easy, I don't think, to do on a computer. It's easy to do on your iPhone, on your tablet, on your iPad. But basically, you're going to click your listing. You're going to click Edit, Next, and List at the top. And it will automatically share your closet to a party if it fits. If it doesn't fit, it just shares it to your followers. And ENL is controversial in that some people think that it boosts the searchability of your item, like kind of as a refresher update, and some people don't think it does that. But regardless, it's a very quick and easy way to share without actually editing. And it's a quicker hand motion, like if you're using a stylus, like for your hand, just to do, it's very quick to ENL your closet.
I have heard that it helps with sales. And I like the one thing I like about Poshmark is like when you send, or if you send an offer and they accept, or they give you an offer and you accept, the money is pretty much there. Like it takes it out of their area, but then you still have to like ship the item and they have to accept it. But once that's done, the money's there. And how is the return over there on Poshmark? Like how is your return? I mean, if there's an issue though, I mean, do you get a lot of?
If you're an ideal seller, obviously you're describing everything perfectly, you're providing measurements, you are taking excellent, clear pictures of the items. But regardless of how great of a job you do, obviously there will be something, I mean, you're human, something's gonna slip. I'm trying to think of I haven't had a, basically what they do is the buyer gets the item in the mail, and if they decide that they are not happy with it, they don't think that it was accurately represented, they can open up a case. They can only do this within 3 days after receiving the item as marked delivered to their home. So they open up a case. Poshmark's gotten a lot better with how the case resolution works. They submit photos, and they also submit a short paragraph about why they would like to return it. And you as a seller get to view those photos. You can add your own photos. You can negate what they're saying. You can say, hey, cool, I made a mistake, send it back. And Poshmark's pretty awesome in that if that person sends that item back, Poshmark pays for the shipping for them to return it to you, which is pretty cool. I've actually asked Poshmark before, like I made a mistake. I sent someone a top when I should have sent them a dress. It was the same pattern, same Free People. It was just a top instead of a dress. And I felt so bad because it was in a bundle. And the girl didn't want to send, if you have a bundle and one item's wrong, you have to send the whole bundle back to the seller. So I begged Poshmark. I was like, please just let her send just this one thing back, not the whole thing. I'll give her a new. And they were good and worked with me on that and just let her send the one thing back. And I switched them out, actually. I just mailed her the new one. But that cases are few and far between. And you'll find that sometimes they can be really up in the air because you're really at the discretion of whoever that third party at Poshmark is who's opening that email that day. It's really up to them to decide unless you take responsibility. And sometimes it really is just easier in life to take responsibility. And just say, hey, yeah, I made a mistake, and just take the return back because it's not costing you anything. You know, if you get your item back, you can relist it. So
I have 3 questions for you. Ready?
Yeah.
One, is Poshmark ambassador helpful or is it hype? That's one question. I am an ambassador, by the way.
Oh, congratulations!
Yes. So guys, I actually
That's thrilling.
Yes, it was like a video game for me. Trying to get an ambassador, like my fingers were bleeding, trying to share as much as I needed to. But it's my Poshmark closet, guys. If you wanna add.
Oh, you put an ambassador at the top. You're one of those.
Yes. Oh, one of those.
Once you get enough listings listed, nobody cares if you're an ambassador. They just know that you sell stuff.
Hey, that's what happens when you have a 1.3 shipping rate.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
All right. So does ambassador matter? Should you take your photos in square mode? That's another.
Yeah.
And then also, I want to know about how you take photos. Now, I did show people using the iPhone. You can take pure white photos without using an app. And what you do, guys, is you open your phone right here. And
I want to learn this too. Wait.
Pure white photos with no app, like pure white background. Okay, you guys ready? Let me know if you want to hear about this in chat. Okay, guys. But okay, so let me get an item. Now, of course, it's not going to be perfect because there's so much stuff going on in the background. But I'm going to kind of show you guys. All right. So you open your app, you put in square mode, right? You guys following along? Now this has to be an iPhone. Okay. You tap on the screen. You'll see a yellow box. Then you move your thumb up, and it'll make the whole background white. Does that make sense, guys? So double tap, move your thumb up, and it should white out the background and only keep your item. Yes. Mic drop. Anyway, did you get that, Erin?
Yeah, I don't believe you.
Hey, if I am wrong, I will list 50 items on Poshmark tonight. I want you to go after this show, put something down on your white rug, and try that.
Oh, wait. It has to be on a white rug?
No, it has to be white background, yeah. It has to be
Of course it has a white background.
No, you get different shadows, and you get
Wait,
Your
trick is that it has a white background if you already provide it with a white background. That's like
guys.
florals for spring, revolutionary, mind blown.
You have to have okay.
Cool trick. Cool
Okay.
tricks. Wait.
Erin, you better go to your white rug after this and try it out. I'm just telling you. Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me how you
Square
take.
mode for sure.
How about we segue into that?
Okay, so I have a bunch of paper backdrops that I bought off of Amazon. They come 4 to a pack. I think they're by Bella Photography or something. I have a piece of, I think it's the board that goes behind when you lay tile. It's like a thick foam board that you can like stand on from Lowe's. It's actually expensive, and I think I took it from my mom when her bathroom was being redone because I found it like in the garage and I was like, oh, this will work. But basically I lay my paper backdrop over that. And then I have that white rug that all of us basic Poshmarker people have. It's like what you need to be the ambassador is you need the white basic rug. You can get it at IKEA for $9, or you can get it at the TJ Maxx for the $20. Get you the basic white rug and you be the ambassador. But so I have the limo studio lights also available in my links on Amazon. And I angle them down towards the flat lay. I put the item down. I lint roll it. I smooth it out. And then I use square mode on the iPhone. And I click, 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 click. Let me see if I can find some. Oh, yeah, here we go. Square mode. And then I just take them. They're all there. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's me. I took a picture of when, because it said one of the participants removed you, and that would be you who removed me from the chat. So I'm going to use that as my clickbait to get people to watch this. But yeah, square mode all the way. I also have a wall and a mannequin. Mannequins are hard to dress. Anyone who works retail like hates mannequins. Like if you've had a retail job, you know that mannequins are like the worst, but they look really nice in dresses. So I use the mannequin sometimes too. I don't do hanger pics. I also don't model anything because nobody wants to see me in these clothes. I really don't want to see other people in the clothes. To be honest, I don't.
I'm not laughing at you. I found this. I think I deleted it because I didn't want. So I found this really peculiar Poshmark account that I didn't know you're able to do that, but it was this really hairy gentleman that was modeling his thongs and different things, and that's when I found out you can do that. I don't know if they took down his account or not, but
were you inspired?
I'm not hating. I hope he sold.
Were you inspired?
I was in. It gave me confidence.
He needs to move on over to eBay because I think you can do that on eBay, right?
I don't know. I don't know if you can. I don't know. Maybe. It was. Maybe. Yeah, I think you could. I mean, no, I think they're kind of pushing towards just the item itself because eBay doesn't want any extra like flowers and stuff. Do you put any of that stuff in your listings, like little flowers or pots or anything?
I don't have any time for flowers. I got time for pots, but I don't have time for flowers. No. Okay. I'm just like basic posh girl white rug. If it's a men's item, I remove the white rug and put down the men's item. I think I do that for for kids' clothes too, if it's boys. So then it's just the wood tone background,
which I think looked really good. That's one thing I like about Poshmark is they're like, be creative. Put something in your picture. And we have some couple VIPs in here. I want to say Lindy Glenn's in here. Lindy.
Hey, Lindy.
And we have Callie, Ryan and Allie, Roots. Callie, Ryan.
Hiya.
How would that work out? Like
Callie, Ryan, Allie? Callie, Corrali?
Corrali. You heard it here first.
Corrali. It's a Corrali.
Erin, by the way, I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday open if you want to do some more live shows. Only because I feel like I'm not doing any work and I'm getting I'm reaping the benefits of having you on here. So I appreciate that. I have the whole week open next week. Let me know.
Maybe I should do more on my own YouTube channel and I should do live shows.
Well, now that you mentioned that, what is going on with your YouTube channel? I'm putting her YouTube channel in the link, guys.
As we can see, I'm not tech savvy. So basically when I film a YouTube video, I turn my laptop on and I find iMovie, which for the first 4 hauls I did, I had to remember where iMovie was on my computer. and then I just upload it. So there's no like editing. If my like mom walks in or a child walks in, then I just like talk to them and go back. But I kind of like it like that. So, but I have thought, since I'm moving, I'm doing a lot of home decor projects. So I may integrate some of that onto my YouTube. I have friends who watch my YouTube who are not resellers, which is kind of fun too. So I think I'll be amping it up as I think now that summer's come to an end. You're a parent. Your children aren't school age yet though.
No.
So summer, once you have school age children, really becomes about your child. So now that school's back, my child started school back on Wednesday. He's officially in middle school. So after we get through this week, it'll be smooth sailing. Mama time comes back from like 8 o'clock until 3:30.
Is that the thing? Mama time.
Mama time, yeah.
You
get the whole day. You get the whole day.
Have you tried the video game Poshmark before for your little guy?
No.
No? Out of all people.
Anytime that he sees me on Poshmark, he's like, Mom, they really should figure out a way for you to be able to share your whole closet with one click of the button.
Smart.
And I'm like, yeah, I know. Instead, here I am clicking and clicking and clicking.
So I thought he would be. I see some kids. I think they're younger than that are like, hey, this is a game. Like, share as much as you can, and you can get like a chocolate piece or something. You know what I mean?
My child does. He puts away my inventory for me after school every day. So after I've listed, it goes into a pile, and he puts it in the appropriate bin that it belongs in, and he will also pull inventory for shipping with the labels. Yeah. If he knows how to read, he knows how to work.
And not only is she good at Poshmark, but she is an amazing parent, guys. Can we get some love for Erin in chat? Can we get some love?
Working on it.
Can we get some love for Erin in chat? Can we get some love? But all right, so you're going to be amping up your YouTube. That's fantastic. I want to ask you 3 last questions, and then we'll be respectful of your time. The next question is I always ask this question because I want to know who you're following on social media. For those that are in chat, possibly may not know who these people are that do Poshmark and or eBay or anything, right? So
now I'm gonna have to pull up my Instagrams.
Yeah, pull up your grams. And guys, I said this before during our moment where she got kicked off and then I got her back on. I showed her Instagram. She probably didn't see it, but she's one of those Instagram accounts you want to lurk. And got a great Instagram account, guys. Go follow her. What's your Instagram account name again?
Oscilady. OSCILATEY.
YMCA.
I was not a cheerleader, don't worry.
Okay, I wasn't either. I didn't work out. Okay, so here we go. All right, guys, I'm gonna.
So what am I saying? I'm telling the accounts that I follow.
Yes. Who do you enjoy following that resell?
Who do I enjoy following? Okay, well, we all know how the Instagram works. It's who you look up stays up at the top. So my top person that shows up is a second-hand home. I love the Deal Queen. I love Jade, who's Ornamental Stone, or Poshmark Tips and Tricks. I love Amanda, the Spotted Sparrow. I love Posh University. I love Vintage Shop Vault, Tiff. I message with a lot of people on Monroe Street. Love her. I'm going through. There's so many people that I message with. That Crafty Thrifter, I talk to her a lot. What is it? Thrifty Pickens or something. Style by Valerie. She's a wealth of information. The Picker People, I love her. Or then Debbie, Double Bebble. I love her. She works totally differently than I do, but I love her personality. There's so many people that I follow. I think a weird thing that I'm not about, that I think a lot of people use social media for, is I like people's personalities. It's very rare that I compare or even say that I'm the same as someone who does the same thing, because all of our situations are very different. And I think that's what's really cool about social media is following people whose lives are really different than ours. You know, there's a lot of sellers that I think are killing their game. The empty hanger, Jenna, like I think Jenna's killing it and she is awesome. I also realized that I can't be Jenna. Like I have a husband and a kid and like I look at Jenna's home sometimes and I'm like, oh, she lives by herself. Like all the things you could get done. I'm like, ooh. But she's awesome and she's so good at her job. And I love watching people's lives kind of evolve on social media. And I think that's the coolest thing about creating internet friends is just watching other people's lives evolve.
Oh, I think that's those are some good names. The empty hanger, man. That I look at some is it Poshers, right? I look at some of your Poshers, and I'm like,
yeah.
Maybe I need to jump over to the dark side for a little bit, put a little more focus in the Poshmark, you know?
Yeah.
But make a little money. Don't have to deal with these returns. Although my return rate's pretty low on eBay, but yeah, it's one of those shiny new toys, guys. Poshmark is amazing. If you're not joined up, like I say, just join and get your name so nobody else can steal your name. But use the code below so you guys can get $5. Okay. So that's we have one last question, and then we're going to wrap it up, guys. This has been an amazing interview. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Please hit the thumbs up or down. Hopefully the thumbs up, though, because we love you. And so that way this video can get out to many more people.
I feel like you look like you could be my brother.
Who, me?
Yeah, we kind of look alike, especially when my hair's red. My hair's blonde right now, but it's normally red.
Yeah, but we...
you look like you could be my brother.
Yeah, hey... I've got your phone number now, so I may be coming over for Thanksgiving dinner or something, you know?
Hey, awesome. New house, lots of room. Bring in kids.
And your own Poshmark room? I mean, that's gotta be exciting. That's gonna be exciting.
Totally cool. All right, what's your last question? Then I have one thing to add before I leave.
Okay, so my last question is how has social media changed your life? How is social media, how is Instagram, how is being on YouTube, how is putting yourself out there on the internet changed your reselling life? And it's deep.
Changed my life or my reselling life?
Changed your perspective. Like you just said that you're building these relationships and friends, and like how has it if I took away your phone and you never were on social media, how has that changed your life?
This is a hard question.
Wait,
I enjoy that the things that I talk to myself about, that a lot of people get to see those and also find them funny and not just think that I am crazy, which just thinking I'm crazy is fine. But the fact that other people think that I'm funny, like, you know, it's like a cycle. So it just cycles back into it. But really, for me and my reselling journey, it's awesome to see that other people do the same weird thing that you do. Like, I can't talk to my friends and family about this every day. They would think that I was nuts. Like, and I love nothing more to be in a group of people hanging out and no one mention their job. Like, that's the best, right? When you go out to dinner with friends and no one talks about work and no one talks about politics and no one talks about religion and you just get to hang, but you also need a spot to talk about those things. So I love social media because it gives me that space to talk about those things, but also to be me in a space where I can meet other people. That's what I like.
Oh, I tried to stump her, guys. I tried to stump her with the question. It obviously didn't work. She, but okay. So what's your statement? What do you have? What's the nugget you want to do?
So I watched, you know, I did my homework too, and I saw that you don't like to package things very nicely. And as a Posh ambassador, I just wanted to invite you over to the dark side and say that sometimes you can create relationships and gain repeat buyers. And sometimes you even get shout outs on the internet when you have really nice packaging of things. And you know, it's not expensive to get a pretty poly mailer or to like give a nice little free gift sometimes if they spend a lot, or to include a nice business card that says you're awesome.
Oh,
Just
guys.
an idea.
That's actually smart. I didn't think about that because let's say I sell something, because I do sell stuff to people that follow me that like to follow me as a person. And it's a marketing tool on Poshmark because it's social.
It's a marketing tool.
Yeah.
Just yesterday, someone tagged me in a story of them opening a purchase from me. I did not know that this person followed me when they purchased, which is also something I've become hyper aware of, is that people do purchase from me that follow me and have access to me. But I didn't know this person. I didn't know who it was when she made the offer on the item. I gave her the deal on it. I shipped it out just like I ship everything out, which is wrapped in paper with cute twine and some hair ties and a card and a pretty poly mailer. And sure enough, she unwrapped it on her Instagram story and she had a few thousand followers. Those were 1,000 people, maybe. I don't know what her engagement is, that saw me and saw what I delivered to her front door. That's free advertising. It's not free. It's like 43 cents or something.
Can
not 43, maybe 23 cents.
Since you're like, I'm a little fry on Instagram and you're like, you're amazing. Can you give me a couple tips on Instagram to grow it? I mean, give us a couple Instagram tips. I mean, you got 22,000 almost. Like, you've got to be doing something right?
Okay, so something simple that you do on YouTube, which I'm not good at on YouTube, is a call and response. So when you're asking people to like this video, to give a thumbs up, to leave a comment, to list one, you can do that on Instagram by posting a picture and saying, if it's a picture of you with 2 pairs of sneakers, you ask someone to tell you which pair is your favorite. That gains you engagement just by people leaving comments. That's a super easy thing to do. It's called a call and response, which is based on preachers doing that in church. It ups your engagement. It's a call and response. You want your audience to answer you. So that's really simple.
And I don't do that, actually, now that you think about it. I've always grown my Instagram by just putting something out there, and then if people comment, they comment. I never ask questions, which is that's good. Like, I don't think I ever, maybe once, like literally my whole time, I don't post pictures and ask questions like for engagement. That's, you guys.
You'll notice it. Now that I've said it, you will notice it as you scroll through how frequent it is that people do it.
Well, then how the heck, what is almost 15,000 of you guys follow me for that? I have no engagement. No engagement.
You must have some engagement.
Yeah, I do. They're amazing. They're really cool. They always comment on my stuff. My chat has grown into a beautiful butterfly. There's so many really cool people. I know, their families, their situations in reselling. Like, I get to know so many cool people around the United States.
That's the best.
It is. And how do you want your, chatting with you, even though you dropped twice? Fabulous. I did receive.
Which matches my work ethic if you knew me personally.
Somebody asked,
gotta go.
What is that thing behind you? Like, what is that picture behind you? What's the story?
This or this?
Somebody did ask about the gold, but yeah, the woman.
Okay, I'll take it down. I've never taken it down on video before, but I'll take it down for you. Okay, so this is, I'm losing the hat. People should know who this is.
Okay,
this is an old advertisement, and you used to be able to buy this. It's an envelope, and you used to be able to buy it and send it to someone. So I found it at an estate sale, and on the inside, it says, "Merry Christmas, you little tramp," and it's a wire hanger.
What is that? Does anybody know in chat?
It's Joan Crawford. So I also have a wire hanger on my arm because Mommy Dearest is an amazing movie and I love Joan Crawford. No more wire hangers.
Everybody knows. Everybody's knows, and I don't know. Oh man.
It's like an old vintage thing. It's from 1981. But it's one of my prized possessions.
I appreciate you unboxing it for us for the
first time. Just for you guys.
I'm actually trying to help you because I know you're moving, and
I'm gonna start packing things up. This is a piece of art by Charles Clary. He does paper cut art. It's really cool. I have a bunch of his VHS tapes too, but just some random art.
You are very colorful. Your husband is extremely lucky, and you are lucky.
I will tell him you said that.
Yes, you are. He is lucky to have you. Guys, make sure you subscribe to her YouTube channel. Last thing, we always leave on a positive note. It could be a quote, it could be anything. What kind of positive vibe, positive saying can you give us? We always leave on a positive note.
All right. How about some Bad Religion? Create your own reality and leave mine to me.
That's a first. That's not bad. That is not bad.
It's a good one.
I wouldn't expect nothing less from you. You've been amazing. I really appreciate it. Guys. And I'm trying to put this together. Let me know in the comments or in the chat. I'm trying to put together some poshers, really cool people just on one show. Probably get like 4 or 5 of them, like the Brady Bunch. And
that would be so fun.
Yes, I would love. And maybe we can get the Empty Hanger. I know she's like super busy. Been trying to get her on here.
Yeah.
And we can do like 4 of you guys, and we can just do a big Q&A, possibly maybe like 4 or 5 item haul from each one.
That would be awesome.
That'd be cool. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining. Casey, the Rockstar Flipper, has a live show going on right now. Go to his YouTube channel and watch him live. He is live.
He's one of my favorite people to harass on the internet, so I'm going to go over there and harass him.
Yes, let's all go over there, guys. Thank you so much, Erin, for joining us.
Thank you.
And I will chat with you guys later.
Bye.
See you guys.
Thanks a lot.
See you.